how's it going, everyone? So as you can see behind me, you got the Senate building right here. So the reason I came down here after the fact, so you saw the last clip where I'm talking to you guys at Arizona Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Well, just wanted to give you an update on what's going on too in this video with the state legislature and the Senate with the audit. So once the information is returned from Cyber Ninjas, right, then the Senate will go over that information. If there's any changes that needs to be made in the legislative process, right, where they need to fix some stuff that happened in 2020 so it doesn't happen again in 2022, i.e. potential fraud, unsolicited mail-in ballots, causing fraudulent votes, etc., etc. The list goes on. Dominion, allegedly, right? If that issue with Dominion was true, then obviously get rid of Dominion, go back to hand counting the ballot. So, God, I can't talk tonight. It's getting late. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Like I said, I figure that we're going to learn something here within the next couple weeks, assuming there's no delays, because you have those two groups, the Brennan Center and Protect Democracy, coming in, trying to get their nose in that and delay the audit, which again just makes you look super guilty. It makes the side that's trying to say, oh yeah, you know, voter integrity, all this stuff, protect democracy. Well, democracy for whom? You know? What's that one Star Wars quote? Democracy dies with applause or whatever, with Palpatine. But that being said, I mean, it's very interesting to see the moves that are happening at a federal level too, because you do have the HR1 provision that passed, right? And that would significantly alter how states do their elections, because the federal government wants control over that. The only reason they would do that is if they're trying to work towards one-party rule, which they are, because Comrade Joe Biden has already talked about giving a pathway to the, I think it was like the 11.5 million illegals that are in this country. Think about that. You give those people the right to vote. Who are they going to vote for? They're going to vote for the people that gave them the right to vote, which is unfair to a lot of people who try to get into this country legally. Now, the border issue, I have another documentary series that I'm working on with that, trying to do some ride-alongs with Border Patrol, so stay tuned for that in the future. But again, in regards to the state Senate, the audit's going to go back to them, and then they're going to correct anything that needs to be corrected to make the election secure for 2022. And at the course we're going, I can imagine the Republicans are going to get past the House. They're going to take control of that. And it's already about like 50-50 right now, with a couple independents there in the Senate. So anything past that point, but the Biden administration loses that 50+1, they can't pass anything the budget appropriation stuff. They can't do anymore, because that's how they shoved HR1 down everyone's throat. And that's where you have our AG talking about that, right? And I think he joined some lawsuit on that, if I remember correctly. I know Texas sued, a bunch of other states sued HR1 because it went past the budgetary stuff and went into actually legislating something to the states, which you need a higher vote total for. And that's where they get into the whole conversation about, you know, get rid of the filibuster, et cetera, et cetera. So if you got rid of the filibuster, that would be very bad, because it's there for a reason. But again, there's some corrupt politics going on in D.C., especially with those two groups like I mentioned. It was the Protect Democracy and Brennan Law Group, or whatever, Brennan Justice Center. Those two groups getting in, it just shows you how partisan this is. You know, I think we need to reach a point where the audit's complete and we deal with the issue that occurred, right? Either there was fraud and we fix it. There was some fraud, we still fix it, but it wasn't enough to change the results. Or, you know, there was no issues, right? And we all move on with our lives. I think it's going to be the first one. I think there's going to be fraud found, especially with the allegations where people were inserting USBs, adding to the vote total with how Dominion works, right? I'm thinking that's the case. we'll see what happens. So I trust in Cyber Ninjas. We got a lot of smart people working for that company, and I think they're going to find something. They knew about this stuff leading up to that January 6th deadline. A lot of states didn't act. It's taken us 5 months to get to this position where there's finally an audit happening. And is it too little, too late? That's a constitutional question right now. Can it be overturned? Do we have to wait until the Republicans get control of the House and we impeach Joe and Kamala, and then we pull up the leader of the House, House Majority Leader, to take the presidency? If I remember correctly in my civics class, that's who's second in line. Do we do that? Or is there some type of constitutional avenue that hasn't been tried before, like I mentioned previously, like 2/3 of states saying, well, okay, well, or potentially more saying, yeah, Biden lost, Trump's actually the president, and then they ratify something and Trump's the president. Who knows? I'm not a legal expert. There are a lot smarter people than me who have law degrees and have their background talking about this stuff, so I'm just relaying what I've heard and giving you my opinion on that. So again, reporting to you guys live, well, not when you're seeing this, but I'm reporting to you guys from the state capitol here at the end of this video, so hopefully give you guys some background on what's going on. This video will be up live sometime Saturday morning, and then over the weekend we'll try to do a couple more interviews. I had no luck today at the Veterans Memorial area there in the parking lot because they had the carnival going on. No one wanted to talk audit with me, so no interviews on that, although we do have a couple events coming up in the near future. I don't remember the exact date. I want to say sometime next weekend. It's either Saturday or Sunday, where I will be actually able to talk to people, because those are the people that want to talk, right? Especially to someone like me who is not the major media. Or, I've gotten into fake news from some of these major media guys, but, it's, when they call me that, it's just like, okay, cool, hey, great. I've annoyed you enough with my journalism that it's rubbed you the wrong way, because I'm actually doing reporting in the field, unlike a lot of these partisan hacks, i.e. what happened with the audit. But I already talked to you all about that, so you already know what happened with the cut together clips previously to the audit coming up. So welcome to politics in 2021. It's been dirty for a while, but this year, even dirtier. So I'm going to sign off. Thanks again for watching. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'm going to be trying doing daily updates or updates every other day, just depending on my schedule, but I'll be getting you guys some content. And then in the future, look for my border crisis series that I'm working on. I still have to set up a time to go down and do a ride along with Border Patrol. Worst case scenario, I'll just go down to the Tucson border, down south of there, and get some video for you guys and potentially some drone stuff. So thanks for watching again. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you all next time.